Hi guys, in the previous video we have detected our hands and faces. Now in this video we are going to use those detections to check whether the user has raised his hand above his head or not. Okay, now by doing so, this will indicate our application that it is time to start counting the squats performed by the user. Now this is the one thing that we will work on. Additionally, we will also work on to give user few seconds of buffer time to position himself comfortably before they perform their squats. Okay, so this is the agenda of this video. Now let's get to the development part. So we have written the get faces and get hands method in class squats, right? This faces will contain the nested list of coordinates of faces, and this hands will contain the nested list of coordinates of hands. If there are multiple faces detected, there will be multiple coordinates. But since our program will work on to count the squats of one person at a time, we will have to get only one face coordinates. Okay, so we will write a condition if length of faces equals to 1, then get the coordinates of the detection. So we'll write face minutes equals to faces 0 or 0. So there will be 4 coordinates of each face. Okay, a, y, max x, and max y. So it will be 0, 1, 2, 3. And then we will return this as a tuple. Now if we get faces more than 1, or if we get no faces at all, we will return none here. And the same thing we will do with the hands. This hands. Okay. I'm just replacing the face with hand. Now we are calling these two methods in the capture and show here, face coordinates and coordinates. Okay. Now we will work on our first requirement, that is to check whether the user has raised his hand above his head or not. Right. But with human eye we can easily tell. To make our program understand it, we will name these face coordinates and hand coordinates. Okay, so but before that we will first check if face coordinates and hand coordinates. We must have both of the face and hand coordinates. Then we will declare one variable raise equals to, and then we will create one method called as check hand above head. Okay, which will take two arguments, face coordinates and hand coordinates. Okay, let's declare this method. Actually, this method could be static method, and we do not need the self and the parameters. And we'll have to unpack the face and hand coordinates. We'll use this and this. Those two face coordinates and coordinates. Yeah. Now we are going to use this face min y and check if it is greater than min y, then return true. If not, return false. Let me explain it to you in between. Suppose you have two detections. This is your face and this is your hand. Okay. Face. Direction. And this is your hand direction. Now we are taking this point and this point and comparing if the hand point is above the face point or not. Okay. Or less than this point, then it means user has raised his hand above his head. Okay. Now if it returns true, then we will print user has raised his hand. Now let's run this and check whether we get this print statement of or not if after we raise our hand above our head or not. Okay, let's run this. Okay, it is saying that and yeah, user has raised his hand above his head. Now our first part is completed. We will now give user few seconds of buffer time before they perform this course. Now for that we will declare a variable self dot countdown. We will set it as true. We will first initialize in the constructor self dot countdown equal to false. Initially it will be false. Only after the user has raised his hand, we will set it to true. And then we'll have to give the few seconds countdown also. So leave the countdown time of 10 seconds, for example. Then remove this and we have to add a condition here, not self dot countdown. Here countdown has started, dot countdown. Now with each second pass by, we will have to display the user the countdown. Okay, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 till 1 we will display the countdown to user. Okay, so we will require self dot start time equal to timing dot time. Okay. Let's declare this in initialization method. So we are capturing the time once the user has raised his hand. Okay, and we'll calculate the elapsed time. Time minus self dot start time. Okay. Now what this will do is suppose user has raised his hand in the 15th second of a minute. Okay. So and the next second the time will be updated, right? So 16 minus 15 will be 1 second, right? So we will reduce the counter if elapsed time is greater than or equal to, elapsed time is basically a difference, is greater than or equal to 1, we will reduce self dot countdown time minus equal to 1 because 1 second has passed by. Okay, then we will show user how many seconds have left. Okay, so to do that we will use cv2 dot put text and pass the image, and this will be the countdown number, countdown plus str of self dot countdown time. Okay, Then we'll have to give the position. We will display the countdown time in the middle of the image. So for that, first we'll have to calculate the middle part of the image. Self dot image 5 equal to 416 image equal to 416. Then self dot midpoint x equals to self dot width divided by 2 mid y will be bigger division by 2. Okay, now let's give the position. Self dot mid x minus 100 self dot mid y. Then we will have to give the font style here. Font face will be cv2 dot. Let's go with the first one, font Hershey simplex. Then we have to give the size of the font and give it 2 for now. Then we'll have to give the color. We'll give 0, 0 to 55, which is red one. 0, the first 0 stands for blue, then green, then red. Okay. Now we have to give the thickness of the font. We'll go with 3. Yeah. Now let's run this and check our logic. So it is going in minus here. In fact, it should just go from 10 to 1 and then reset it. We are not resetting it. And we'll have to give this self dot start time. We have to reset the time also. Time dot time. Otherwise, it will always go inside this condition. Okay. Let's use this here. We have to fix the negative number also, right? So if self dot countdown time is less than 1, okay, like suppose it goes from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. If it comes to 0, then we have to stop it. So we'll keep the self dot countdown equals to false, so it doesn't come under this condition again. Equals to false. Then self dot countdown time equals to 10. We'll have to continue. Now it's not self dot countdown, it's self dot countdown time. Let's rerun this. Yeah, and now I think it is working fine. So this was the agenda. Now in the next video, we will work on to write the logic to count the squats, and that will be our final video of this series. See you there. Bye.